you're putting these policies in, but do you have enough time? One, and two, what assurances can you give us that if you're not around in the next 18 months when the administration changes, that these policies are going to withstand the test of time? One, and then sort of as a follow up to that, if they can't, what assurances can you give us that the culture of state police won't revert to what it was at the time of the death of Ronald Green?
Well, as far as our policies, and to be honest with you, a policy can be changed by a superintendent whenever a superintendent feels the need to change a policy. But when you're talking about changing culture, when you're talking about building compassion, building empathy, and things of that nature, there's multiple ways by which you do it, not just by policy. You do it by putting people in place that's also going to carry that vision forward. And that's exactly what we're doing. I'm promoting people that share my vision. That's how you change the culture and continue to change. But you also start at the beginning. You start with the troopers that you're bringing on to your agency. You start with the first line supervisors. You move on to your mid-level managers, and you complete that with your senior level people. And when they do not share that vision, then, of course, you try to change their behavior as it is different. But when you're changing culture, you hit it from all angles. That's why I'm visiting my troopers. That's why I'm putting people in place that share my vision. That's why I'm implementing policies. That's why I'm sending our troopers out to training more than they have been in the last several years, so that they can get some different perspective about 21st century policing. And as they bring that information back, I challenge them to help us change the agency. This is not a I change an agency. This is a we change an agency. But we're also working with the community to get their perspective, their viewpoints, and we bring that into our agency. That's how we change culture. And that's how we'll continue to change that culture. That culture will continue to change because I have people, regardless of whether I'm here or not, that will also continue to implement that change. And that's what's important. I'm not just looking at today. I'm looking at tomorrow. I'm looking at succession. I'm looking at the future of our agency, but also our communities. Because I also live in our communities. I drive in our communities. I work in our communities. So does my son. So does my wife. And I want to make sure that we have the right people out there that's serving our communities, not just policing our communities.